Alright, what's up, everybody? We are on episode 22 of Attack on Titan, and things have definitely been heating up these last episodes. I think we are looking to basically enter what is going to be a very climactic end of the first season. And I've heard from people that things are only going to be picking up from there on, so I can't wait for it. But it's actually been like a good maybe 5 days or something since I watched the last episode. So it gave me a lot of time to, I guess, kind of reflect on everything that's been happening, right? And of course, many questions were once again raised, where we now find ourselves in a situation where it's becoming more and more clear that there is something or some group or whatever behind this whole thing, right? And it's not necessarily the Titans themselves that form the real enemy, it's the people within them. And yeah, obviously we're still dealing with the female Titan. We don't know her identity, but I think that's the one thing that I finally might have caught on to. And again, it's just like I just went back and forth in my head the whole time about, okay, who could it be? I'm just going through all the characters. Of course, Erwin also mentioned how it must have been someone that was there, in one of the earlier episodes where Eren turned into a Titan, realizing that he would now pose a threat. And therefore, I'm not sure exactly how he worded it or whatever, but he basically was trying to figure out the identity of this person, and that was kind of his own agenda, right? And the own plan that he was going along with, or the game that he was playing without people really understanding it. And yeah, I'm just like, in my head, I'm just going through all the characters that it could be. I was already figuring like, okay, well, I mean, surely this female Titan should probably resemble one of the characters that's in the show, right? Because that's kind of like Eren's Titan still very much looks like him. So I figured like, okay, this female Titan probably also somewhat looks like the person who it is supposed to be. So I already assumed that the character was female. Of course, in the beginning I speculated it was Mikasa, but that was a completely wild out there theory that clearly didn't make any sense. And so then I just went again back and forth, and I kind of just thought about all the characters we'd seen so far, and I suddenly think about Annie, right? And Annie is a character who we haven't actually seen all that much, but she definitely has been given some screen time. As blonde, obviously. I think there was that one scene in maybe one of the super early episodes, 3 or 4, where she was the one telling Eren about like, oh, it's kind of weird, right? How you you kind of like, you can get to the military police, be one of the best people fighting the Titans, and then not end up having to fight any at all, or something like that. She was the one who had that speech. And everything kind of clicked with me, how I then realized she was the only character that decided not to join them in the survey corps, right? She went with the military police in the end. In like episode 16 or something, so we haven't seen her. And again, I assume that this show is following very much kind of the survey corps, or at least all the characters, of course, that have been introduced to us. But she is suddenly completely out of the picture. And again, she was the only one. That was the episode right before the female Titan showed up. And so again, like I can't say I'm 100% sure about it, but I'm like 95% sure about it, 99% honestly. I would want to be that confident in myself, but then at the same time I go, yeah, but the show still pulls a bunch of weird shit on us, so people might still be able to laugh at me for being wrong. But I just go like, okay, that must be what is going on. But so does that mean that then the military police or something could also be actually kind of the enemy of this show in the end now, right? Like, that's the thing. I'm waiting for the giant twist that's going to reveal all this stuff, and this is kind of the direction I am currently thinking in. I hope that makes sense to people. But yeah, we're gonna find out. Of course, last episode also, we don't know really what happened to Eren, with him once again basically getting shredded to bits and I think consumed, right? Yeah, we're gonna see how it all plays out. Female Titan escaped. I think Mikasa went after her. Again, it's been a good couple of days, so I haven't completely like remembered really how everything went, but we're gonna get a nice little recap as always for the episode, so I very much look forward to it. And let's just get started. But of course, before we do that, let me quickly point out that you can already watch the next 5 episodes on Patreon, which is linked on top of the description. You can also check out full-length reactions there if you want to watch the entire episodes along with me. So yeah, go check that out. And then for now, let's actually dive into episode 22.
復活した女型巨人によって リヴァイ班の精鋭たちは次々に倒された。仲間を信じた自
This
分の
theme is really like
覚悟を
nice.
決めたエレンは
This version is also kind of interesting because it's a little bit more nuanced or whatever.
エレンは敗れ、女型巨人はエレンをさらった。
Right, she went after her with Levi.
その距離を保て。エレンは死んだのか。
生きてます。目標には知性があるようですが、その目的はエレンを潰す。
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything less myself.
殺したいのなら潰すはず。
エレンを食うことが目的かもしれん。そうなればエレンは胃袋だ。普通に考えれば死んでいる。
生きてます。そもそもあなたがエレンを守っていればこんなことにはならなかった。
If Aaron waits long enough, can he not just turn into a Titan again and literally do the same thing he did back in like episode 7 or whatever? 8.
目的を一つに絞るぞ。まず、女型を仕留めることは諦める。エレンが
So they're gonna leave it alone for now?
すべての望みをかけ、奴が森を抜ける前に救い出す。俺が奴を削る。お前は注意を引け。
Or that. Holy shit. He just turned into like a what's it? A Beyblade or something. Oh shit, what the fuck?
早い。早すぎて効果で防ぐ暇もない。
I was gonna say, was that not the weak spot just now that he hit already, but
うなじが狙える。
よせ。 多分無事だ。生きてる。
I'm unsure why he could get him out so quick, but
もう奴には関わるな。撤退する。
did she just like puke him out or what just happened?
作戦の本質を見失うな。
So I guess we will kind of retreat for a little bit, and then we might get like an epic finale in the last maybe couple episodes or something. We'll go back or something, or I don't know what's gonna happen. They gotta go to the basement still too. Yeah, these are all the people that died, right? Yeah, I just figured that. That's kind of sad, man. They're all just expecting them to come back, and they're all gonna be, I mean, crushed, obviously.
一部でも無理か。巨人のせいで回収できないもの以外は、あれならばむしろ持ち帰らない方が遺族のためかと。行方不明で処理しろ。はい。
納得いきません、エルヴィン団長。
おい、お前。
回収すべきです。イヴァンの死体はすぐ目の前にあったのに。
巨人がすぐ横にいただろう。二次被害になる恐れがある。
襲ってきたら倒せばいいではありませんか。
リヴァイ兵長。
死亡を確認したならそれで十分だろう。遺体があろうがなかろうが死亡は死亡だ。何も変わるところはない。
イヴァンたちは行方不明に処理する。これは決定事項だ。諦めろ。
お二人には人間
No
らしい気持
soul.
ちというものがないのですか。
おい、ディーター。
I mean, yeah. Once again, I get both of them, but yeah. When literally, yeah, I don't know how to describe him, but he gives no shits, man. He's cold as hell, but yeah. I'm not saying it's not necessary sometimes, you know, but clearly he has his priorities. The way that left one was running. Oh, they still went to pick him. Okay. Oh, so they kind of, yeah, brought shit on everybody else now. Nice. Oh my god, just as Ewan and Levi had said, this is gonna result in more casualties. They're gonna have to like drop them all at once probably. I'm kind of confused as to why that Titan is running like that with his arms like closed like this. It's so interesting how they all like they're both threatening but at the same time silly, you know? Sometimes. This is a very depressing episode so far, I gotta say though. Oh, is this a flashback? Holy shit. Was this the same, exact same part in episode 1 that we saw? I think it was, right? Yeah. Yeah, what's changed? I so wonder why they are showing this to us right now. I'm trying so hard in my head right now to make sense of it all, but
女型
逃した
なんてみんな一体作戦は
失敗した。今は休んで。
I mean, yeah, so I'm guessing it really was to kind of just show the comparison and that, again, nothing's really changed. Like, this is how it always goes. And that the civilians clearly, yeah. Oh, that's kind of, and now he sees himself there. That's like nice and sad at the same time, kind of. Because it probably makes Aaron go like, what I'm doing is pointless. The cycle's just gonna keep repeating itself or something. Maybe that's what he's kind of thinking.
あいつもまだ若いし、これからいろんなことが。主任団長、答えてください。今回の遠征で犠牲に見合う収穫はあったんですか？死んだ兵士に悔いはないとお考えですか？
エルヴィンを含む責任者が王都に召集されると同時に、エレンの引き渡しが決まった。
Alright, guys. Time for the review. Alright, well, that was quite the disheartening episode, I guess, to say the least. But I really liked it nonetheless, especially that part at the end there, where we kind of got this super unexpected flashback moment to, you know, just revisiting that scene from the very first episode. You know, where Eren and Mikasa was standing there watching the Survey Corps, you know, enter their, you know, village or town or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and then just right now making a direct comparison to where we currently are, where that same process is still kind of repeating itself, right? Well, that's, I guess, kind of the message that is being conveyed. And Eren literally sees those kids there and sees himself in them, I guess, right? Well, especially that the one kid there who was... you know, who clearly, amidst all the people complaining and amidst all the people, you know, clearly being depressed and saddened by all the casualties, the kid is there going like, look how they're actually fighting, and probably also wanting to make a change, right? And wanting to be Eren now later on. And so, yeah, again, I loved how that was done. Now, at the very end of the episode, it mentioned how... I guess because you know, like Eren had been handed over now. And by handed over, I guess they mean like back to the place where he was at in like episode 14 or whatever, where they're going to be holding a trial or whatever. I'm not sure exactly who he was in possession of at that point anymore, right? Like he was captured. So, and again, it was the Survey Corps and the military police and the judge that was there, and they were all kind of deciding his fate, right? So I guess that's what they mean by he was handed back over. Yeah, because, you know, he's still obviously, in a way, kind of their test subject or whatever, right? I mean, he's still not they still don't... Well, I'm guessing Erwin does, again, and Levi do, but the other ones still don't know what to make of it all, and... Yeah, man, we're just gonna see where it all leads. I think, once again, the theories that I talked about in the intro, they still hold up. I still think that the female Titan is probably Annie. I still think that it could mean that it is, in fact, the military police that we're gonna find out might be kind of our enemy. But again, I could be entirely wrong there, especially in that second assumption. But I'm assuming that's kind of what we're gonna get to now with him returning, Eren, right? And so... them deciding his fate once again. Maybe Erwin now, based on how people are going to react, is going to be able to tell who's who or something, right? Like, that's the thing, man. I still... and again, this episode once again kind of placed a bigger emphasis on, I think, Erwin's character and how ruthless he can be. But it's clear, and again, I think Armin mentioned that way back in a couple episodes, like, Erwin is willing to make the sacrifices necessary to get these answers. So while the people here saw all these casualties come in, and once again think that, again, that tax money is being wasted, like they say, right? That's the thing. I think we are closer now to answers than ever, and Erwin is ensuring we are getting those answers. He has a plan. He has his own agenda. He is the one creatively coming up with ways to now, reach and get the answers that we want, right? So I still, again, I think Erwin might be one of my favorite characters right now. Despite obviously the fact that people could also very much look at him as being completely cold and ruthless, but I think when you look at it at the end of the day, he's going to be the one actually causing change. You know what I mean? And obviously, if we're never going to get any answers, casualties will still be falling nonetheless, right? And probably only more and more and more. So, for eternity. So, yeah, man. Again, we are nearing very much the end of the season now. 3 more episodes to go, I think. And I'm excited. I just think that, like I said, answers are closer than ever. And that's what I'm very much looking forward to getting. But with that being said, of course, if you already want to watch the next 5 episodes, you can do so. They are up on Patreon right now for you to check out. Linked on top of the description, as well as full-length reactions if you want to watch the entire episodes along with me. And then for now, I look forward to, welcoming you again in the next episode very soon.